Nutritional Aids. According to fitmat.com, nutritional aids are an alternative aids from using drug-based enhancements. Nutritional aids are used to enhance performance more naturally without the use of chemicals and additives going into the body. Certain nutritional factors such as carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins and minerals can be consumed to help increase energy production, which is important for a sports player such as a heptathlete who performs in multiple events over a short period of time. The use of certain sports drinks and food products have been proven to increase recovery time of an athlete, which ensures that they are able to work at their maximal ability if they perform in more than one event every day. Eating more foods with different vitamins and minerals also helps improve performance of an athlete because they help with overall health of the body, such as improving joint health. The mineral iron is specifically important for athletes such as a heptathlete who require good oxygen delivery to the muscles as they work aerobically in the 800 metres. Iron is a mineral that makes up the oxygen-carrying component of the hemoglobin within the body's red blood cells. The mineral is also found in the body's myoglobin, which supplies oxygen to the working muscles. It is important that athletes use nutritional aids, such as this mineral, as it helps the blood deliver oxygen to the working muscles, which is very important when taking part in physical activity. Although nutritional aids are more natural, this being an advantage to the athletes, they can also have risks and disadvantages, such as side effects which could potentially cause the participant to not perform as well if they continue using the substance over time. One nutritional aid that may be used by a heptathlete is bicarbonate of soda. Bicarbonate of soda is traditional to cooking, baking and cleaning, therefore making it accessible to all and inexpensive too. It can also be used for nutritional basis to help athletes deal with lactic acid levels in their muscles. Taking part in a range of events as a heptathlete can cause muscle soreness, which is a typical consequence of anaerobic events like the 100-metre hurdles, and also shot put, where damage to the muscle fibres occur and also muscle soreness is present because of lactic acid. Lactic acid is present in the muscles because it is a byproduct of the body's energy systems. During physical activity, the level of lactic acid increases, raising the acidity levels within the body. According to Burke, June 2013, consumption of sodium bicarbonate 300 mg per kilogram 1 to 2 hours before exercise can temporarily increase blood bicarbonate concentrations, enhancing the buffering of hydrogen ions which accumulate and efflux from the working muscle. If the production of hydrogen ions can be slowed, it means that the formation of lactic acid will decrease. Lactic acid comes from built-up hydrogen ions, which, when working anaerobically, occurs a lot faster because there is no oxygen present in the muscle cells. However, bicarbonate of soda can be used to help reduce this because of its alkaline properties. If you mix bicarbonate of soda with water, it creates an alkaline solution which is drinkable before or after an event. Once it has entered the body, the soda works to neutralise the presence of acid within the body, slowing the onset of lactic acid and therefore allowing more efficient muscular contractions to take place. This is an advantage because lactic acid inhibits the ability for energy to transfer in the muscles, allowing the athlete to continue in the event. The nutritional aid may benefit an athlete such as the heptathlete because of the need for them to perform in a variety of events. On the first day, they are required to take part in the 100-metre hurdles, high jump, shot put and the 200-metre sprint at the very end of the day. By using bicarbonate of soda before an event such as the 100-metre sprint means that they may be less prone to the onset of lactic acid. This is an advantage because when they move on to the next event of the high jump, they need to have muscles that are fully ready to perform. By consuming the bicarbonate of soda before the event, it means that the body can neutralise any acid in the body before the event begins, helping muscles to recover faster afterwards because there is no byproduct within the fibres of the muscles. This means that when moving on to the next event of high jump, the athlete is able to perform muscle contractions efficiently as they have been able to recover from the past event faster, as the lactic acid which should have been in the muscles is stopped from taking any further effect. The heptathlete would consume the bicarbonate of soda before anaerobic events. The athlete would rely on the soda load in events such as the 100-metre hurdles because this is when they are working without oxygen. This means that the body is at a higher risk of more hydrogen ions being stored in the muscles, increasing the levels of lactic acid, which then impacts the power that the athlete can produce to jump the hurdle. Power is how much force a muscle can generate. Therefore, when there is a presence of lactic acid, power levels decrease because the muscle isn't able to generate maximal muscle contractions. In the second stage of anaerobic glycolysis, lactic acid becomes present. It is caused when oxygen isn't available as the intensity of the activity is too high. The enzyme dehydrogenase uses the pyruvic acid in the muscles and turns it into lactic acid. This then causes muscle contractions to slow and the amount of power that the athlete can generate quickly decreases. However, although this nutritional aid has advantages to it, it also has disadvantages to follow. When consuming bicarbonate of soda, it can cause other reactions with acid to take place in the body. The lining of the stomach contains the presence of acid to help break down foods as they move through the body. Having the acid here allows food to be broken down efficiently, and any waste can then be moved out of the body. However, although bicarbonate of soda helps with buffering the acid in the muscles, it will also do the same as it passes through our digestive system. This can cause diarrhea and indigestion, which could impact the performance of the heptathlete, because indigestion can cause pain in the chest and this makes it feel harder to breathe. According to the NHS, you suffer from heartburn, which is what brings on the sensation of it being harder to breathe. Furthermore, a fluctuating level of acid in the stomach can cause you to feel bloated and sick, which can also lead to you taking shorter breaths. This is a disadvantage because if you are taking shorter breaths to limit the pain from the indigestion, your muscles then won't be able to get the required amount of oxygen they need to use within the energy systems of the body. Overall, bicarbonate of soda possibly shouldn't be consumed before an event regularly, as it can cause difficulties with ordinary body systems and function.